Hey y'all, Bridget Bartlett here. I am the president of Vision Marketing and Design.com. And today I'm really excited. And I know a lot of people in my coaching program are really excited because today I'm going to start a brand new series. How to create an agency website. Okay. So we talk a lot about creating funnels and automating sales processes, but websites are still incredibly valuable as far as being a place where all of your services are represented for a local business or a web agency or any type of business for that matter. You need to have a website because, and here's the difference. A lot of people say websites and sales funnels are the same thing, and that's true. But the main difference really is that a sales funnel does not really have a way for you to navigate throughout different pages. A sales funnel has a direct call to action where you take someone from a lead or an opt-in page all the way through to a specific item that they are purchasing, or maybe you'll have an upsell, a downsell, something like that. But a website is really important when people are searching for a business. They want to see everything that they have to offer. Okay. So it's really important to have both. And so, being in local business marketing and being an agency, we are a local business or we are a small business. So we need to present ourselves in the same way that we would represent our clients. So, as we have done before, I am going to literally do this live. I'm going to walk you through the whole process, and you may be surprised to find out that it's probably going to be a couple days before we even get to the building process because we need to research our competitors. We need to look at some keywords that maybe we want to focus on. We need to think about who is our target customer, who's the person that we're selling to, what are the features that we want to promote. So there are lots of things that we need to think about. The copywriting, before we ever get into a web design and to actually designing the web page. I love to look at the competitors and to figure out what did they do? How did they position themselves? That's really the first thing that I like to do. What colors are they using? Are they using the same style of fonts maybe? I want to know, like, what does that first banner look like when you click on there? What's the call to action that they're all using? Those are all things. And what's the sign up process? Are they asking for consultations? Do they go to a contact form and then go right to the scheduling an appointment? What are they all doing? Right? That's what I want to know. I want to know if I'm going to build a website. It doesn't really matter what the client is or what the website's for. You need to know, what are your competitors who are doing well? What are they doing? How do they position themselves? So that's probably the fastest way to get clarity on, before you start designing a website. Now, we are completely basically starting from the beginning. And the beautiful part about designing a website for yourself is you can choose whatever you like. But it's important, like I said, to do the research and see what's going on. But before we get into all of that today, I want to show you inside my coaching program. If we have some new people, I want to show you where all of the resources are. And if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, definitely, or even Twitch, I'm on Twitch now, definitely go to visionmarketinganddesign.com. You can click the link in the description and join my free mentorship or coaching. I keep calling it mentor. It's kind of the same thing in reality, but join my free coaching program. Let me go ahead and show you around so we can get into the training. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. So this is the live page. To access the live page, all you need to do is go to, first you need to register, and then you can go to group coaching and then live coaching. If you want to check out the replays, you can click there as well. Before I show you that, let me just show you what I have here on the live page. On Fridays, we do live Q&A, so you can join the Zoom, and all you need to do is click here. I'm live Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you have questions for me throughout the week, you can click here to join our Telegram group. And I will say, I'm so sorry, you guys, that I have a Telegram group and a Telegram channel, but I must have pasted the Telegram channel in this button as well. So I just realized, thankfully, someone alerted me to that fact. So I am sorry. There is a difference. So there's not that many people in the group right now because everyone was going to the Telegram channel. So I'm so sorry. The group is for questions and the channel is just for the most recent replays. You can still comment on the videos, but it basically makes it a lot more clean instead of a conversation. You just have each individual video. And so every time we do a live training, I always upload it to the Telegram channel. That way everyone can view the most current video. That's much easier because the replays are an e-learning. I'm going to show you here in just a second. So it does look like Ray is here. Hey, Ray from Tampa. Happy Memorial Day to you too. Hello, Kay. Happy Memorial Day. If you don't know, today in the United States is Memorial Day. It's when we celebrate all of our soldiers who have sacrificed their lives, and of course their families who have gone through the whole experience with them. It's definitely a family affair, and we in the United States love our military, and we love to show them our appreciation on Memorial Day. So it looks like, I don't know how you say that, hop to it or hop to it. How are you? And Maria, yay. Okay, guys. Shawana's here. Yay. I knew you guys are going to be excited about this because everyone has been asking for this. And we're going to design it basically so that you can be the white label for our services if you're an affiliate. So I'm going to tell you all about that in just a second. So anyway, to access the replays, you can click here or you can click here. If you are brand new and you want to go away, you want to check out the Get Started guide, you can download this here. It's a PDF. It has it's basically a more streamlined way of presenting it to you. So always look at the things that I'm doing and then think of ways that you can utilize them in your business. That's why I tell you why I do these things. So it's real easy to just go here. You have a few pages to click instead of looking all around the website for the resources. So I do recommend these tools. However, they're not all required. You do have the courses here. So all you have to do is just click the course that you want to take and enroll in that. And you can also get access to my lead generating system. If you are already a Builderall member, you can click here to join. If you want to get my lead system for free, all you need to do is register here, and then you can join Builderall as long as you are a premium or you sign up to become a premium or a Funnel Club member, then you can get my agency lead system for free. Okay, so I'll actually have a strategy session with you and get it all set up on your own Builderall account. So that's $197 value. So definitely, if you're not on Builderall, this is the time to sign up. Okay, so once you register for your Builderall account, you can register in Team Vision. If you're already a Builderall member and I am not your sponsor, right now you can still register inside of Team Vision. Okay, so because I'm no longer employed by Builderall, I definitely not want to abandon all of my group members, so I want to definitely invite you. However, that will not be open permanently, so definitely take advantage of that as well. Okay, so I talked about did I show you the replays here? If you want access to the replays, you'll see all of the courses are here as well. You can click them to enroll. And then we also have the e-learning with all of the replays. They are organized by category. So if you're interested in private coaching, you can access that here. You can check out my reviews, my blog, and our services are what we're going to build our website around, okay? Because whether you don't necessarily have to display your website options or any of that, okay? You can do all of this on the back end, but I just want to tell you, I want to keep that in mind, because when I create this agency website, I want you to definitely be able to use our services as a white label option for you. So, what is white label? White label is basically you guys create an agency website that is branded to you. When you get a consultation and you determine from the consultation that they need a website and they pay you for a website, if you have no idea how to build a website, that is when you come to us and you can purchase a website. Our prices are fully transparent so that you know when you go to send your client an invoice for the website that you can invoice whatever you want to, and then we are your agency. Okay, so I'm building the system because I want you to have the confidence to create a Builderall account today, go get a client tomorrow, and know that you have a full team backing you up. Okay, that is something that's so important that I wish we had a long time ago, and I definitely wish that we had it when I first got started, because I was trying to learn WordPress. I didn't even know Builderall existed. And then I signed up for a white label agency, and I had to pay $350 a month, and I really didn't get a discount on the web services at all. So definitely a lesson learned, but it's a lesson that I am using to save you guys the trouble of learning the same lesson. So anyway, if you want to purchase a website, or we also provide social media marketing, okay? Our services will grow as I get some reliable freelancers. If you're interested in being a freelancer, if you are great at web design, we do use Builderall or Mailing Boss, or if you are an expert in any of the tools, or you're very proficient in any of the tools, definitely come here and you can go to visionmarketinganddesign.com/members, or you can click here and definitely apply. I would love to meet with you and talk with you, and definitely building up, because as I start getting more and more business and more clients, then I definitely need skilled people. So having said all of that, let's actually get into today's training. Okay, so what I've done here is I have a more detailed spreadsheet that I use when I'm transferring information. Sorry, let me move this out of the way. I want to definitely make sure I can still see all of your questions. So I have streamlined this just to make it simple, because these are the basic steps that we need, or the basic things we need to focus on when we are creating a landing page. We need to, like I was saying, we need to search out our competition, and we need to get some ideas as far as how we want to present the information. Okay, so how did other web agencies similar to us, how did they present themselves? That's what we want to look at for the web design examples. And I did a little preliminary research just to get a few examples, because I didn't want to, this can be kind of a tedious process. I'm still going to show you the process, but I did find, 4 examples that I think might work, just to save some time. Let me get a drink of water. So we're going to start there today. We'll see how far we get, but we definitely need to choose some brand colors, because this is a beginner mistake that I made. When you are starting to create a brand or a website, it doesn't really matter if you're creating a brand or a website or social media or anything. It needs to be very consistent. You need to have the same colors. Okay, so when I say the same color, I don't mean the same, red. I mean the same exact shade of red if you're using red. So we're going to look for popular color palettes, and we're going to choose the hex codes, and then we're going to document those here. So this I've basically created so that we can keep all of the information straightforward, and we have a place where we have gathered all this. We need to create a heading for our website. So what is going to be the compelling call to action? What's going to be the subheading? So what's going to be the additional information to the call to action, or the additional information under the heading that kind of like reinforces the heading? Okay, we'll talk more about that when we get into copywriting and such. So we also need to determine what are the features. What are we talking about in this website that we're offering? Are we offering social media management? Are we going to focus on web design? Are we going to offer offer SEO? Are we going to offer paid ads? Those are all things that we need to think about beforehand, so that we get a good idea of the website that and how to lay it all out. So, like I was saying, we need a call to action. What is our call to action? It really should be one on a landing page, could be two, but it needs to be straightforward. However you lay it out, it needs to be very, very clear the action that you want them to take. Also, we need to think about and do some research on keywords that we want our website to rank for. So what do we want to tell Google, that's in our website that will help people to find us, right? And then also we're going to talk about meta description. So what do you add in the title? When you share your image on social media, what's going to go in the title, what's going to go in that description underneath there. And then also we're going to talk about images, how to create the images, how to compress them, how to upload them. We're going to talk about all of those things. Okay. So if you guys know, if you've ever seen any videos I've done, you know that I use Canva, and Canva is so simple to use when creating images. But even with Canva, there's some planning and preparation that goes into, creating the images for a website. So the first step we're going to do today is we are going to look at some web design samples. Okay, so some other competitors that have laid their business out like we want to. It looks like Cosmos is here, and Kay says, so excited, yay. And Maria says, happy Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day to you too. Okay, so let's start the search by simply just typing in web agency. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to look up these agencies here that, so it says, I like to look at the ones who are advertising, because those are usually, the bigger ones. I also want to look at, oh, look at that business. That's awesome. That's me. So, I want to look at, my competitors. It seems like I am shining through with my competitors, because it says that they only have six reviews, and I have 37. So let's look at their website and see. Okay. So what I'm looking at right now is they have, their cookie. This is kind of, usually people in the United States don't have this here, because it's just not typical. Usually, if they're advertising for the European nations, that will be there. So that's something to keep in mind. If you see that, just know that it's an international, at least their customer is international. So it looks like they do web design. So what I'm focusing on right now is I want to see their logo here. And I want to see, what words are they using? They're obviously focusing on web design. It says web marketing strategies. They have their phone number up here. And then they do have the icon here. If they click, okay, so it lets you make a call from the browser. So they also have this button here, but it looks like it's a dead button. So that's not a good thing. And let's see, they have web design professional services, manufacturing websites, e-commerce websites, and nonprofit. So they have them broken into categories. So that's interesting. So I want to see here the professional services website. So it says get leads and engage clients and grow customer base. So you want to think about, and here's what I'm thinking. Here's what they put in the header. Okay, so they're really focusing big time on the phone number here, which is good if it's a local business, because you can see the area code. They also have, very simple design here. Their menu, they have a very short banner here, which is really normal for secondary pages, meaning not like the home page. So you have, a shorter area here, and then we have some, just some space and some text here, and it looks like the line height on here would probably be like a 4.5. So that's something to think about when you start building websites. When you add a text element, Do you want it to be where there's no space in between the text, or do you want it to be a lot of space? So they chose to do a lot of space, and it does make it very clear. Okay. I also want you to notice, though, as we scroll through here, this is very simple. If you look at it, it's not very cluttered. There's not a bunch of images and all of that. And that's something that a lot of times beginners make that mistake, just putting a bunch of different things all over the place. And really, what you want is a very clean, professional website where the information is very clear. So they do have a video here about unique value propositions. So that's a value-based video. It also links out to their YouTube channel. So that's a great way of driving traffic, but also of getting watch time on your YouTube channel. To get your YouTube channel monetized, you need to have 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers. Okay, so you have to have gotten all of those within a 12-month period, and that can be a challenge for a lot of people. But when you host your videos on YouTube and you put them on your website, that is a great way to drive traffic there to your YouTube channel, but you also will get the watch time as well. So they have, what is your message? So in this area, they're saying what they're going to help with, but they're also giving a video to represent why it's important. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind too. If you want to explain something like this, a video, and I'm just guessing it's probably okay. So it looks like it's just a screen share, which is I'm not listening to it, but it is good. It looks like they're showing their website, maybe some other websites, and explaining. So yeah, so not a bad video. Like I said, I didn't watch it, but that's just an idea, So it's something you want to keep in the back of your mind. If I'm going to explain something like that, or I want them to see the importance, I can add a video here and then just put the bullet points here, okay, to help. What is your message? And a lot of times, local business owners, they don't really know what they're. I mean, if they have a business plan, they've thought about their message, they've thought about their customer, they've created their business plan, but a lot of times they don't know how that translates into a website. They know their business and they know their business plan, but to actually put it on a website in a way that is marketable, that's what our job is as digital marketers. So it says optimize for conversion. So then we have some more text here, and it says, expert planning, beautiful mobile design. So these are all important bullet points that we want to remember, because we may want to use this same type of content layout when we create our website, because this one is for professional services. So each of these pages is laid out for service-based businesses. So instead of, having one page where they see all of the website options, they've decided to break it down and target the individual niches for the web design. So that's pretty smart. And then at the end, they have fill out the form to contact us. So, and then request consultation. So that is their call to action. And then down here, they have some badges and looks like the Google review. So this is actually just a widget. And then it says our specialist is a Google Ads partner with 15 years experience and certified in all 4 areas. So none of these are clickable. And it looks like they have their footer down here with all of their relevant information and a guide, effective website toolkit. So that's probably the most understated lead magnet I've ever seen, to be honest. That's interesting. I would expect, if they're going to give a guide like this, that it's like on a pop-up, or it is, in the main banner or something like that. But yeah, that's a completely understated place. Not that it's wrong, it's just that was interesting to me. So it's something that stands out where that goes. So we can look at, the other pages here. How did they have this laid out? So as you can see here, it's just a banner, and then they have the bullet points here with a video on the left, and then they're rotating. So we have an image here, and then the text on the left, and then so it's swapping out. So, and then in the middle here, they have this like tall, looks like a panel, and it just has these boxes, different colors with testimonials and things, and then some more text area. Um, then they have these images here of their websites, and I like that they have the hover effect here. Okay, so we've looked a lot at this website, and definitely will. It's a very, it doesn't really have, this is the home page. And it doesn't seem like it's very compelling, to be quite honest. But I definitely want to save that as maybe an option, because I did like the way that they laid those out, and I liked the way that that they presented some of these things. So I'll definitely keep that as an option. So let's go back here and let's search for another business. So we'll just say local business agency. And we have Marketing 360. We have response.agency. I've looked at Marketing 360. I actually have their website pulled up here. And honestly, this probably seems like the most close to what I am trying to accomplish with the way that all of these services are laid out. First of all, I tried last night replicating this, and I did. And I'm super excited to show you how to do that, how we can do that on Cheetah, where it says get everything you need to manage your, and then it has these different options. Because one of the things that I've always struggled with is you definitely want to attract your target audience, but we know within Builderall, there's so many options that, there's so many niches. If you're a web design agency, how do you reach those people? And it's saying how to build your brand, or how to grow your franchise, how to grow. So I really love this concept here, how they did that, where it's static text, and then you have this, and that can be accomplished with just a GIF. And again, you can use Canva for that. So I will definitely be going over that in this training, because of course I'm not going to steal their idea, but I definitely love this idea and want to utilize that. So if you notice here, they have we're hiring, join our team. So that is something that I want to keep in the back of my mind, as it's a very clear call to action up here. If you want to join our team, click here. Also, they have a login and a plans and pricing. If you click the plans and pricing, you'll see that they really just have like a basic website, and there's no header up here. And it says, that here's a watch our video. So that's just a video pop up. And so this is basically their contact form. And so without going through it, I don't know if they will ever show you the pricing unless you schedule an appointment. So that's definitely something that I want to keep in the back of my mind about, do I want to show my pricing? And honestly, if on my website that I have, the Vision Marketing and Design website, I do show prices. But if I'm a web agency, like this business where there are lots of services they provide, I may not want to show them that price, because I want them to book an appointment with me so that I can meet them. I can help to break down that know, like, and trust factor. And I can also help to guide them on what they actually need, because like I was saying, a lot of times they don't know what they need. So as I scroll down here, first of all, before I move on, I love how clean this is. I love that it's just a big, a white banner, and then it just has the two images here. I don't know if these are stock images, to be honest, or people that work for the company, but I love that they have, just the two big banners. They have plans and pricing. They could say here, they could say click here for a consultation like the last one that we looked at, but they have theirs worded as plans and pricing, because which is really smart, because what do you think when you go to a website and it says click here for a consultation? You immediately think, oh, I'm going to have to do more work. I'm going to have to like show up for the meeting and whatever. And maybe it's like, oh, that immediately that, schedule a consultation just seems like, ugh, like maybe I don't want to do, I feel like I'm going to get sold something or whatever. So I love that they have plans and pricing as the button, even though when you click there, you still go to this option here where they have to fill out a form. And it also says plus free tools. So what they do is they provide all of these services, but just like what we're doing, they have a kind of DIY option. So what they do, and I love this. This is why I'm really, really loving the way that this way. Of course, I'm gonna do more things with my website, but it's so interesting to see how they have all of this laid out. And this is basically just a survey. So this is just a page that you could create and then embed the survey in here. And then as they fill it out, because I did do this last night, if you fill this out and you click accept and access plans, it goes to another page. And then it's just like that survey that I created a couple weeks ago and in the training. So definitely check out the replays and the e-learning if you missed it. But I showed how to create a survey to pre-qualify clients. So you can embed that survey here to get them, to get their contact information before they really, when you break it down like this, where it's like, okay, I just need to enter this information and then I'll get the prices. It seems less intimidating. It seems less work. So we as consumers, we're so lazy. We are more likely to go ahead and enter this information here and then click accept and then go on. And then since there's another page asking about the size of your business or whatever, then it's like, oh man, I probably wouldn't have filled this out had I known that that page was there, but I've already done this so far, so I'm going to go ahead and continue. That's what we think as consumers. So definitely, if you ever fill out one of these things, or if you ever, any website that you go to or commercial you watch, always keep in mind, what do I feel like right now? What compelled me to go ahead and take action? Those are all things that are really important for you to have in mind when you're in marketing. So I also noticed they have this down here, top rated marketing platform for small business. So I do love that. It's just a little static image here. They also have some reviews, and then of course some more badges. That's all social proof. That's all really important stuff. So anywhere that you see on this website where they have plans and pricing, that is definitely going to be that page with that the call to action to book an appointment and then go through that survey. So that's interesting. So, and then right here on this would be the first fold. This would be the second fold. Is that, I don't know if that's what you call it, second fold or the first panel, but anyway, so it looks like, we have this title here, #1 marketing platform for small business. So again, it's hitting that target market of small business owners. And then it has a little bit more information, and it says tour by industry. Oh, okay. So they have a page here where people can click depending on their service. So let's click here. So it looks like, sorry, I needed a drink of water. So it looks like they have, just like the previous website, this one, where they broke down the web design based on the type of website. It looks like that's what this one has done as well. Where was I? It looks like that's what they have done as well. So that's really important to know too, because now those are two web design agencies that we've seen where they broke down by the niche. So that's important. Also, I love how as we scroll down here, you'll see this is so clean. It's not cluttered at all. They have a big bold text. As you scroll down, they have the animation, which we can do all of that in Builderall as well. Let me pause and see your questions. Shawana says, oh, great. That was the first thing I noticed on the page. the different words coming in blue color font. Yeah, that's super, super cool. And I love to see really cool things because that's really smart what you said, Shawana. I felt the same way. As soon as I saw that, I was like, my eyes immediately went to it, and it got my attention. And that's what we want to do in marketing, is get attention, you know? And so if that's a really cool feature that I see on another website, my brain starts racing. How can I do that on Builderall? Because that's the tool that I'm using. So how can I use the tools that I already have and that I already know to create the same result that I want? Because there's always a way, always a workaround. You know, a lot of times what we do is we go and now, if we don't do that, we're Googling, you know, how do I get the images? We're Googling all this stuff. We spend, you know, half the night trying to Google how they do it. And then we realize it's on WordPress or something, or it's some service you have to buy. And then now, like, you've spent the whole night. It's like, let's take the tools that we have and then get the result that we want, right? I'm all about that. Let's be efficient so that we can make money and actual profits instead of spending all of our profits on tools. So Kay says, yes, Shawana, that's a nice touch they added. Totally agree. And Maria says, I like that these sites are clean. I'd like to learn more about creating the cool pics. We are definitely going to talk about all of that. Just like I was saying, I use Canva, and Canva is really simple. But when I look at this image right here, I just see a square image that is like a stock image that is on Canva. And then you have this, like, it looks like this is probably a screenshot from their tool that they're using. So you take a stock image and then you just lay over that with the screenshot of the software, and it looks like they have alternate text that pops up as well, so they're working on their SEO. And then it looks like they just took another screenshot here and then added some little design here. So it's just basically 3 images, but it's putting them all together. So you see the alternate text that pops up there. So we have the ability of doing all of those things too. So these are all things that you definitely want to note. And then once you create this design, this is what will speed up your website fast. You create this design, and then this is just one image. Okay, you just download the one image, you compress it, and then you put it on your website, and then it will definitely make sure to not bog it down like if you added, you know, 4 images like this on your site, because it would be, this is an image, 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 image. Okay, so we see how this one has it laid out. Let's go ahead and go to another one. I found this website too, and this is actually surprisingly a very popular agency. And I love how when you see this right away, there is no denying the call to action. Okay, everything's big. So they have their logo up here. You'll see that almost always the logos are in the top left. They have their slogan here, think web, think smart. And then they have a call to action, let's talk, with their phone number. Okay, so if you notice, most of the agencies, they do have this layout where it's, you know, their logo, and then they have their phone number up here in the top right. So that's an important thing to note. They also have, here's their first fold. Then they have their big bold headline. So, is your business ready for a new website? So this basically tells you everything that they do. And then they back it up with their subheading here, which is CY, we're the #1 web design agency. So that's already some important info. And then, of course, they have some social proof by adding Inc. 500, Google Partner, WordPress, and I'm not sure what this logo is. They obviously want you to get a free consultation. I do love, instead of consultation, I do love the idea of prices and plans. I think that I will definitely be incorporating that instead of get a free consultation. And then, of course, they have their form here, and they have some more social proof. They have a slider bar here, which I do love how they have this laid out. All this is they've taken their website, and the first fold, it looks like they've taken a screenshot of the first fold of this website, and they've put it in. You can go to the mock-up studio that we have inside of Builderall and just put this image here, and then it creates that for you. So all they've done is literally take a screenshot here to add this image. They got a little arrow here and added that mock-up. So what I see this process being, screenshot of the website, going to Builderall, uploading it into the mockup studio, downloading as a transparent image, going to Canva, getting a screenshot of the main web page, adding a little arrow there, pasting in the mockup, and then now this is actually one image that you can add to the slider bar. So that's not really a complicated thing, but it really does create a cool effect. And of course, we can do all of the effect inside of Builderall. So Maria says, from what you said, it sounds like it's a good idea to use your YouTube video on your site. That way the video is doing double duty. I love to have YouTube videos on a website. They aren't that great for a sales funnel. And the reason is because like I was saying in the beginning with sales funnels, it's a very specific call to action that you want them to take. So you don't want any menus in the header. You don't want any other call to action. You want them to do the specific thing that you want them to do. And what happens is after they've watched the YouTube video, other YouTube videos will pop up on that same video, and then they could potentially click out of your funnel. So it really depends, but on a website, I definitely think hosting on YouTube is a great way, because you're already expecting them to be clicking around. So why not click around and help to establish yourself as an authority? So as I scroll down here, I see that, underneath this little scrolly bar, and I do love how they have this text. You see how you scroll down and then the text comes down. We can do all of that in Builderall as well. And I love how as you scroll this way, see how it kind of rises up as you're scrolling down. So that's cool. So this would be an animation that kind of fades down. And then this animation would be like fading up to the left. So super cool. That's literally what I think in my mind when I see all these effects. How can I do this on Builderall if I like it? So this is just a scrolly bar here, or a slider bar. But if you click here, it actually has a pop-up that shows up, and it's their review. Now we could replicate this same type of thing by creating a pop-up. What they've done here is, and this is a really cool thing, they've just created like an image here or a box, and then they added these different elements here and some text or whatever, and then they when you click this button, the action is to open a pop-up. So when they open the pop-up, it's just that same image, except now it's on a pop-up. So if you don't know how to create pop-ups, definitely check out the last video I did. It's in the e-learning under the web creation. But this will, I show you how to create a really cool pop-up just like this, so you don't have the things off to the side, and how you can use Canva to create it and have a clickable link. So that's all they did there. And then they put these images on a slider bar. So that's a really cool feature, and something that I honestly had never thought about doing. So as you scroll down here, you see there's another panel. I also like to notice what they do in the background. So you'll see as you scroll down here, they have like a image in the background of people working in an office, but it's also like blacked out. So you kind of barely see it, which really makes the yellow and the different colors pop. So they have like a light gray background here, and then they have the blue background with the slider, and then they have the white background, and then a gray area here. So that's it's cool to see how everyone breaks up those different panels in the background. Also, you see as you scroll down here that this could potentially be an image, no, it looks like a button, but they have the two arrows going over the button, so that in the animation, so when you scroll down, it rises like that. And then it also brings up this text as well. So it says, get your free consultation today. And then it says, or you can call. So they're definitely, their two calls to action on their landing page is get your free consultation and to call them. So that's really interesting to know. And you'll also notice that they do not have a menu or anything. So this could very well be either their website or It could just be they have another business website, and this is just kind of a sub, um, like a sales funnel that they're using to promote their web design. Okay, because what you could do as an agency is you could, I love to create a website, but then what you could do is each individual service that you provide, you create a sales funnel to that specific service, and then you can actually link all of those things to your website if you want to. But for advertising purposes, you do want to definitely have one service that you're promoting. So this is probably, since I clicked on their Google ad, they probably designed the sales funnel just for the Google ads, and that's why it's very basic with no menu. So another website I found is this one here. You'll notice they have the cookies here, and you'll also notice this is so incredibly basic. Let's go. Let's see what their homepage actually looks like. So here is what their homepage looks like. Um, this is incredibly basic, but that's something to take note of. They have this option here where you can click these things, um, and then that's interesting. Yeah, so I'm just scrolling through here. It definitely draws your eye. It's definitely simple. I don't know, you guys, I'm kind of torn on this website. I kind of think it's cool and I kind of don't like it. I like how you can click these and it makes the animations. But I don't really know how compelling it would be, to be quite honest. I don't know. It says, these are all looks like um just like a rotation banner, where you click and then it opens up a new slider. That's how that's built. So it definitely walks you through, I guess, integrated agency. How can we help? Our capabilities. So these are all like headings on your website or on your landing page. What they have done as headings, they are actually breaking down in this one banner or this header. So it says our capabilities, our process, and then awards and mentions. So as you scroll, so I'm trying to scroll down, and it actually, that's the only thing it does. So, and here's a thing to go down, but it looks like it just keeps going through the same slider. So I guess I'll click here. Oh, we fancy, huh? Okay, that's interesting. Um, so that's cool, I guess, in a way. When you click that, it makes this pop up. See our latest win. So let's see. I don't know. I don't really think that I like that. I think that they tried too hard to make it really fancy. But I think it really just made it more confusing. So I'm not really a fan. As I scroll down with my mouse too, um, it just keeps scrolling through these things. I see what they were trying to do here, but I think that that just makes it really confusing. Not a fan. Definitely going to close out of that. So here is what I talked to you guys a little bit about Leads Gorilla last week, and again, still not an affiliate, unfortunately, because I love Leads Gorilla. Um, but when I purchased the whole thing from Leads Gorilla, the whole agency, I purchased it all. Um, I got a website template, but this one is built on WordPress, and I don't want to ever just take a template and replicate it. But what I wanted to show about this template that Leads Gorilla gives is how they have it. First of all, it's a landing page, but as you click these menus here, it walks you through. It's just an anchor page, right? So I do love that. I like how they have this, like, sliding in here. That's kind of interesting. But I don't think it really, there's nothing here. It's too basic. There definitely needs to be something more. I don't know what happened here, to be honest. But I love to see it says, your local business needs help. And then it gives you some text here. But here's the thing that I really love about Leads Gorilla. And we were talking about how the reason that Leads Gorilla is so cool is because you have the ability to create reports for your client. And so this is a way, and what I was saying is with my agency lead system, that gets the leads, right? And the call to action in that system is to schedule an appointment. But what do you do when you get the appointment? What do you give them then? Because you already gave them, the Google My Business guide, and they're booking the appointment with you so that you can tell them how they can get more traffic to their website, how they can improve their Google My Business profile and their whole agencies, the whole marketing strategy. So what I love here is they are saying check your website local optimization. So they've created like an opt-in form where people can request that report. Okay, now I talked about when I did the training on Leads Gorilla. Definitely go back last week and check that out. But what I talked about was you can't really create it because it does take a few minutes. It uses Google APIs, so you can't really create the report and then just send it out to each individual business. It would take a lot of time. But the cool thing that you can do is when you have the agency lead system and you get the leads and they book an appointment and they show up. I mean, part of getting people into the appointment is to get them to actually show up. That's a challenge. So what you can do is send them emails and say, when you show up, I have this free report, this custom report that I've run that shows and highlights all the things, all your wins and things that you can improve on. And I'm going to go over that with you in the consultation. Okay, so now not only have you given them a guide to help them optimize their Google My Business, but now you're saying, hey, if you just show up to the consultation, I'm going to give you this report and you can, we'll go over each section. And then, of course, in that section, you can talk about, all the things that it shows they need to improve on. You can talk about how you can help them and you are now the solution. Okay, so that's the whole process of onboarding a client. So getting the lead system and then getting them to your website, part of after they book the appointment, you can tell them to go to your website. So maybe at that point they want to get that report, or maybe you just want to give it to them in the meeting. So it's really cool. No matter where they go, they can see that they do have the option. And this is simply a contact form with an email. Okay, so you can change the contact form to say type website URL and then get their email address. I mean, of course, you can customize this however you want to. And then you can have it send you an email if you use a contact form with the information directly to your email, or you can have them added to a mailing list. But I definitely suggest using a contact form and then having them subscribe to the list. So we'll talk about all of this when we actually get to designing. This might be like a month-long series, but I think it's so important to do this live. I mean, I could create this whole website in a weekend, no problem, but I want to walk through this process with you guys so that when you get to something like this, maybe you have a client who's like, yeah, I really want this. Well, you have Builderall. So how do you do this on Builderall? That's something that I really struggled with because every video that I saw, everyone was building their agencies using WordPress. So that didn't help me, right? I want to build my business on Builderall. It's more cost effective and it's my network. It's my community. All my freelancers build on Builderall. So that's what I want to do, right? So that's my little speech about why I think it's so important to do this live. Okay, so then you have the section down here where it says my most popular services. So again, they're just listing all of the services here. I do like how they kind of have it very simple. There's just boxes. It looks like hover boxes. And I love how when you hover over the text, it changes. So it just gives a little bit more attention. Let's see. And then it has a call to action, call us, and it says our team checks every aspect of your website and business. So just more call to action, contact us right away. And then it says we'll scale your local business. So contact again. So this section here is just really breaking down the whole process and making it simple. And I do like this section because I love how it says, here's what is going to happen. Okay. So step 1, contact to get a free report. Step 2, we identify the problem. Step 3, we optimize your business. Step 4, you get to see the results. So it makes it very simple, in a childlike way. Like when we're doing web design, the rule is to make it basically like an eighth grader would understand it. And it's not to say that we're stupid. It's just to say that we like things to be simple. We don't really like to have to dig around for the information that we want. We want to get the information, the answers to our questions as simple as possible with very little work as a consumer. Okay, so I do love how they have this laid out there. And then they have some blog posts as well. And then I do like how they have this box, and then they're really cool. I like that image for the footer, actually. So, and then of course they have a subscribe thing here. I don't really like to do the subscribe to our newsletter. It's not a very compelling call to action. Okay, so those are the websites. Let me stop sharing here. So those are the websites that I think I'm going to use as examples. There are many things that I liked, some things that I don't like. So I hope that by going through those, those are the competitors. I hope that going through those kind of opened your eyes, no matter what niche you're in, no matter whatever your client needs. It's important that you go through. We chose web agency today, but if you have a client who's a pharmacy, or you have a client who's a carpenter, or maybe a plumber, you want to do the same process. You want to go through all of those, maybe pick a few that you liked, and then ask them, like, hey, what did you like about this? What did you not like about that? And give them some options as well. So let me see. I want to make sure that I get all of your questions. Maria says, I don't like it either. Sometimes thinking outside the box does not work. That is true. Ray says, Bridget, what is the element name in Cheetah for an image slider? I wanted to try it out. Let me think about that, Ray. Let me see here. Let me just show you. I'm just going to dive into, I can share my screen. I'm just going to choose any random one. I think I have a test page here. Let's go into my main website. And I do have a test page. This is actually, I told you I was testing that out to see what we could get it to look like. This was actually email form, and that was the contact form. So let me see here. Let me go to elements. Actually, maybe it was a panel. Because I haven't really used it in a while. I just knew that we had it. So share image, or share page. Let me see here. Elements. Was it galleries? Rotation banner? I think it's this, Ray. I'm not positive. But there are right here. So you can choose this gallery. Let me go ahead. I'm just going to add, I'm totally getting off topic here, but let me go ahead and just add the gallery element, gallery, and like this, for example. You can spread this out. It's getting lost now. You can spread this out whatever size you want, and then it will rotate like that. And then of course you can configure by clicking here and adding your images. So that is one option that you can use for that. So hopefully that helped you. So let me see, any other questions? Looks like Maria says, I appreciate this training. I'm not ready to build a site, but this will help me. Let me read it straight on. It says, not ready to build a site, but this will help me learn and get familiar with what I can do. Yes, definitely, Maria. We are not at the stage right now where we want to build a website. We still need to, we establish, kind of an idea of what we want, but we still need the brand colors. We need the logos. We need to choose some fonts. There's lots of things we need to do before we start building. And this is actually the difference. This process is the difference between the professionals and the beginners. Okay, so that's why I want you guys to be professionals. I want you to find great success, and that is why I'm showing you this whole process that the professionals use from the beginning, so that when you do create, you are creating something that is of real value. So Maria says, thank you. You're so, so welcome. Kay says, yes, this was very helpful. Ray says, great, thanks. Cosmos says, great training that encourages familiarity to move forward. And Maria says, thanks, Bridget, very helpful. Awesome, guys. Awesome. And ladies. Thank you so much for joining me today. I know that it was Memorial Day, so you guys are, ladies, are troopers. And if any of you did serve in the military, regardless of your country, thank you for your service and sacrifice. And I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Go make your vision a reality. Bye.